People lose their minds over this recipe. We are making the world famous beef tartare from the Bazaar restaurant in Las Vegas. No time to waste, running out of breath, let's go! Now, before we load it up, you're gonna want a big bowl like this. You could even use a big plate. This is something that they serve tableside at the Bazaar restaurant. We'll make a little emulsification with the mustard and the egg and everything in here and fold it all together all within one bowl. So have that ready. Okay, let's start with some shallot. I'm just gonna do it enough for one order right now. And everything wants to be really fine, like a brunoise or a really, really small dice. Go straight in. This shallot's a halved already, so very small. And now we just very, very, very thinly slice. Just do the best you can, and that's good enough. Best you can is always good enough. Remember that. Most people are doing their best. Nice. And now what we'll do is just line this all up on one side of our bowl, like that. Damp paper towel. Take some chives. Just roll them firmly into this paper towel. This not only makes them incredibly easy to slice, but you can keep them in this paper towel and then put them in like a little sandwich bag in your fridge, and that damp paper towel will really keep them alive for so much longer. I'm just doing about a tablespoon of each, even a little bit less. Now just drop those chives next to your shallots, just like so. Next we have these little cornichons. Very crunchy pickles. I'm not actually a huge fan of these, except for beef tartare and things like it. Then I like it. On that one, you're just gonna have to run your knife through like this until nice and fine. When you're chopping things like this, compressing them with your knife like that really helps. And it doesn't really matter what it is. If it compresses a little bit, it will slice easier. Just like that is fine. In it goes. Little Italian parsley here, and we just want to pick it off the stem like so. And then with herbs, always you want to ball them up. I'm just rolling it and folding it and compressing it slightly, and then slice. Just like that. Now this last one might be a little controversial. Anchovies. This is what they do. This is like salt of the sea. Basically like little salt crystals just swimming around down there. That's how I see them. I'm gonna do 2 of those, maybe not quite 2. Also, I may be about to destroy you or ruin you in some way, but I'm sorry. If you've been enjoying Worcestershire sauce, Worcester sauce your whole life, I hate to tell you that anchovies is one of the main ingredients inside of Worcester sauce. It's basically liquid anchovy. So if you've been saying you don't like anchovies, but then you've been eating so many dishes, trust me, you've been eating so many dishes with this sauce inside. Lee & Parents is a great way to call it because it's the only brand you should buy, and then you don't have to say Worcestershire sauce. Proof? You want proof, you say? Right there, anchovies. Bam. Same deal, we're just gonna slice this up really fine. Oop, I'm gonna keep everything separate. Let me just taste it. Ooh. That is a good anchovy. Salty. I like anchovies as an ingredient in recipes, if that makes sense. Eating them on their own is a little strong for me, but as an ingredient, I think it's great. Just like that. And there we go, that completes those ingredients. Now, I'm using filet for this recipe. I know at the Bazaar they use sirloin, but I just prefer filet. That is just my preference. I wanted to get a food conversation going in the comments because I know a lot of you are really freaked out about eating raw beef. It's a deep-seated belief. And so my question to you is why? Right? Why? Why? Who told you? Who do you know who got sick? What article did you read? I'm just curious. I'm not judging you at all. I just want to know where your belief came from. Did you yourself get sick? Because myself, all my chef buddies, my wife, my brother, my family, I've seen all these people eat raw beef so many times, as well as myself. Never once been sick. So, yeah. So let us all know. And so what I'm going to do here is slice this into pretty small cubes. We don't want huge pieces, but we don't want them too small, right? So there's our filet. Just like this, sideways into cubes, about that size, right? Nice little squares. Now that goes on the other side of our bowl, just like so. Awesome. Coming along nicely. Now, Savorra mustard, French mustard. If I had to describe this, it's like better yellow mustard, like better than French's, right? That is awesome mustard. It'd just be great on sandwiches and such as well. Now we take a little bit of our mustard here, straight in the middle. As much as looks good with the amount of beef you're using. And then we want to do our best to spread it out. I got the perfect tool for it right here. Just like this, we're almost making like a little well. And now a whole egg yolk right in the middle. All right, now set this aside for a moment while we bake the bread. So I live in the mountains and I don't do a lot of baking up here, or I don't share a lot of baking on social media because it is a nightmare up here. It really is. Everything is just whack, so I don't want to share something with you that's not going to work, but a lot of you might even like this better. We're just going to take some of these brioche dinner rolls, get those into a baking vessel. Now before getting these in, I'm just going to take a sheet pan and I'm going to pour just some hot water in there to create a little steam, and that should really help us get the best texture on these little buns. I just have the oven set to 375 degrees Fahrenheit. Celsius is right here, and I'm gonna take a little pot, just low heat. We'll take some butter, just adding a little chopped garlic when that butter's almost melted, and all we'll do is cook this over low heat for about 5 minutes. I'll shut it off and then I'll add a little herbs. Yeah, I say herbs, dude. I'm born in York, England, 1988. Okay, now while your bread is warming up, let's complete the dish. Just a little touch of salt in with that egg. Begin whisking that, and that mustard is gonna bring everything together in a really wonderful way. And I'm just adding a little bit of oil here. This is just avocado oil. You could get away with so many different kinds of oil. That's helping to emulsify everything. It's okay if you get a little bit of ingredients in here at this point. It's gonna happen anyway. That's nice and thick, as you can see. Touch of Worcestershire sauce. Now let's bring it all together. This tartare is meant to be wet, juicy, luscious, delicious. Wow, this looks insanely good already. And we can finish with a little Master Sergeant Gilbert reporting for duty. Sentient pepper, as much as you like. Mix, taste. A little more salt. Oh my God, this is so good. Now, at this point, if you want to transfer plates for presentation, you certainly can. I'm going to. Now our roll's just about 3-4 minutes in the oven. But first, just adding a little parsley to my garlic butter last minute so it stays nice and green. And we'll just go ahead and brush on some of that garlic butter right up top here. And finally, some Maldon salt, just straight on top. I didn't put any salt in the garlic butter on purpose because of this reason right here. And my friends, now we are certainly ready to rock. Now I'm just gonna take one of these. Oh my gosh. And I'll kind of just half open it like this. Just like that. Some beef tartare right in there. Load it up good, right? Oh! Check this out, Gilbert. Ah! Okay, the hype is real. I'm blown away. Okay, my friends, you know, I love you. Yeah, and I'm out.